AITA for refusing to let my brother move into the family home? Throwaway, because I know my family is active on Reddit. Some background. My parents passed away a few years ago and they left the family home to me in their will. It wasn't a surprise. They told me before they passed. I'm the oldest, and I had been the one taking care of them for years as their health declined. My younger brother, Tom 31M, was largely absent during this time, busy with his adventures, which mostly involved bouncing between jobs, couch surfing, and traveling. The house isn't massive, but it's in a good area and mortgage-free, so it's been a blessing for me and my wife, Sarah 33F. We moved in shortly after my parents passed and started a family here. We now have 2 kids, 4M and 2F. Tom recently showed up unannounced after being out of contact for nearly a year. He looked rough, lost weight, clearly hadn't been taking care of himself. He said he'd hit some hard times and needed a place to stay. Initially, I was sympathetic. I told him he could crash on the couch for a few days while he sorted things out. By day 3, it became clear Tom wasn't planning to leave anytime soon. He started making comments like, "It's nice to finally be back home," and "It feels like I never left." I reminded him that this wasn't home anymore. It was my house. He got defensive and said I was being selfish, that it's still the family home, and he had every right to live there. I pushed back, saying it wasn't fair for him to just show up and expect to stay indefinitely, especially with 2 kids in the house. He argued that our parents would have wanted him to be here and accused me of hoarding what should have been a shared family asset. Here's where things escalated. Tom started going through the garage and pulling out old family items, photo albums, furniture, even my dad's old tools. He claimed he had as much right to these things as I did and began rearranging the living room to include some of the furniture he dragged out. Sarah was livid. She told Tom that he was being disrespectful and needed to leave. Tom shot back that she had no right to kick him out of his own family's house. When I sided with Sarah, he completely lost it, yelling that I was letting her dictate family matters and that I'd forgotten where I came from. The final straw came when Tom brought a stray dog into the house without asking. My son is allergic, which Tom knew, but he brushed it off, saying, "It's just for a few days until I find someone to take him." That night, Sarah and I told him he had 48 hours to leave. Tom didn't take it well. He called me every name in the book and stormed out, but not before texting our extended family to tell them I'd kicked him out of his childhood home while he was down on his luck. Now half the family is on my case, saying I'm heartless and selfish, while the other half is telling me I did the right thing. I tried explaining my side, but some relatives think I should have let him stay, at least until he got back on his feet. Others have suggested I should have given him part of the house outright. I feel like I was generous by letting him stay at all, considering he hadn't been around for years and didn't contribute anything to the house or our parents' care. But the guilt is creeping in. Maybe I could have handled it differently. So Reddit, AITA, for refusing to let my brother move into the family home?